Welcome to part 3 of the Mad Hatter Camper Van series, and I'm going to turn it over to Missy from here.
So, here we have the Cheshire Cat. You'll notice it's got this big square, and that's because we have an outdoor shower. This was a part of the original build, and we had a sink that just kind of flipped up over top of this. We do have hot and cold, or you could just switch it to faucet mode. It's really great for, oh, look, there's water in the line. But, if you're outside and you're hot and sweaty, or you went hiking or at the beach, you can just rinse off and feel nice and refreshed. It took me about a week to fully paint the Cheshire Cat because at first I didn't know what I was going to do, and we just had this big hole here, and I remembered I had some pleather that I taped up or stapled behind there and then just painted it. And with it being black, it would be really hard to make it the purple, pink, and purple Cheshire Cat, so I kind of went with a little bit of a Tim Burton design there. Over here, it's really cute. It's kind of hard to see because of the way of the lighting, but it says goodbye for it unlocked, or you stay if the door is locked, and then pull me, because in Alice in Wonderland there's a lot of clues and hints and all of that good stuff. And then this window cover was just some fabric that I got, and I used the 3M adhesive to glue it to the Reflectix that you see in so many vans. And this one over here is actually a tablecloth, one of those vinyl tablecloths, and I just cut it to fit, and again use the 3M, I think I used headliner glue on that one just to make sure it really sticks. And so stepping into the van, I chose to go with like a pebble path vinyl flooring, the old kind of fashioned linoleum, because we had wood, the vinyl planking flooring before, and it just turned out to be really finicky. And with all the movements that, when you drive and going down bumpy roads, it tried to separate even though they were locked tight. And it just didn't work over time. Coming in on the side of the cabinet, we have the Don't Step on the Moongrass. That took me probably about a week to paint and get it all right. Moving forward, this We're All Mad Here was a part of our original build. It was a table in the back that we just folded down to use, and I didn't want to discard it with our new build, and really go with the Alice in Wonderland theme with this one. And then down at the bottom we got the Moongrass that are pointing the path into the no, that's Winnie the Pooh, into the woods. Can't remember what the woods were called in Alice in Wonderland. I think it was Turgley Woods. And we've got the Sweeper Dog that I painted going through the forest. That's just a storage drawer, and I painted it using something called unicorn spit. It was a stain, and it's really glittery and kind of neon-y colors. There's a hidden Cheshire Cat over there. And then the top of this bench was also from our original build. It was kind of like the inside of Alice's house, really English country themed. And that was one of the other tables that we had. I'm going to show you up here on top is our kitchen sink area. Here we have a marsh hare. He looks kind of crazy and psychedelic. And that's true, because you think of Alice in Wonderland, it's all crazy, and this is more of the unicorn spit that I just kind of ended up just making some wild and crazy designs. Here I was following the natural grain of the wood to kind of create this effect. This is our boat marine sink. It folds up, and so you can do your dishes. And then over here, I painted one of the scenes from the Alice in Wonderland Disney version book, where she was ready to go home and she had to find the Queen of Hearts. So here she is in the Queen's Castle. And the Cheshire Cat. In the wood, I seen an owl. So I used some of my gold paint to just kind of highlight the owl while keeping it hidden at the same time. So I get two images in one. And obviously, the Cheshire Cat, he pulled a lever and it opened the drawbridge for Alice to be able to go through. So that drawer kind of represents the drawbridge that was there. Down below we have our Alpi-Cool sink. It's very nice to have, or sink, refrigerator, sorry, cooler. Last time we just had a simple cooler, and it was hard to keep ice in it all the time and traveling, everywhere that we went. And it was just a pain. We couldn't stay out for more than a couple of days in one location without having to then go find ice. Up here around the edge in the top, and this is just tall enough for me to stand up in. The tops of my hair just barely touch the ceiling. So I took pages from the Lewis Carroll Alice in Wonderland book and ripped them out, I know, to just mark different passages that I thought were cute and had really good images. And this is just storage shelving up here. And since it's the Mad Hatter and he was a milliner, I took some of the brooches that my mother and my grandmother had given me over the years to add to the decor, just kind of like hat pins. And then ribbons showing, showcasing different kind of styles that you could have around your hat. I thought that was pretty nifty and crafty of me. On this wall, we have some roses and peonies. Roses were my mom's favorite, and so to keep her with me all the time with my travels and have her looking over me, I got those decals and plastered those on there. And again, the underside here under the shelf, this is all the vinyl tablecloth. It's a really wobbly area, kind of wonky to try to fill in with wood because there's so many different angles. So I decided that a vinyl tablecloth just stapled into place would fill that gap. This is getting kind of long, so I'm going to do part 2.